concern me regarding timings. Now, 4 major players in the investigation of Robert's death told me that they found Robert at 8:30. First one was Corporal Wilcox, who was at RAF Police, who was first on the scene. He told me they found Robert at 8:30 on my phone call. Hugh Morgan, who was Robert's sergeant, and Chris Wignall, who was Robert's warrant officer, they also told us that they found Robert at 8:30. And then the MPGS guard, who was on duty that day, he says that they found Robert at 8:30. Now the reason he can remember is because he hadn't been for his breakfast yet. And he always went for his breakfast at 8:30. So that's how he remembered it. Corporal Wilcox, he says that the timing's changed to 12:15. And when I queried this timing, I got in touch with Corporal Wilcox and he says I must have misunderstood him. Well, Corporal Wilcox, I didn't misunderstand you. You told me Robert was found at 8:30, and you also told me that Robert committed suicide when the investigation was just starting. You had this as a suicide. Why? A, B, C, D, even you should know that. So, and then Chris Wignall told us at Robert's funeral that they found Robert at 8:30, along with Sergeant Morgan. He told us that. So I asked Sergeant Morgan, was there any initiations going on within the camp? Was there anything I need to know? No. No initiations. Which we know now is a lot of shite. What he forgot to tell me was Corporal Williams never showed up for duty the next day. He was AWOL and he was sent to get him. He never mentioned that. And he never mentioned that it was actually Corporal Williams' wife that made the 999 call. How did she make the 999 call? She wasn't even there. Because when they found Robert, they phoned the corporal on duty at the fire station. That was Corporal Paul Williams. So he phoned his wife and asked her to make the 999 call and said there's been a suspicious death in the camp. How did he know? How did he know it was a suspicious death when somebody else is saying it's suicide? But the police and the RAF, they never acted on this because we didn't know that Samantha Williams had made the 999 call. It wasn't 18 months after Robert's death. By that time, the inquest had been, the service inquiry had been done, and then all of a sudden we get a phone call from a woman called Paula Badger, who's actually the mother of Samantha Williams, who's the wife of Paul Williams, Robert's corporal, the same corporal that said he beasted Robert on the Friday. She phoned her ma and told her ma that how scared she was with Paul, and it was her that made the 999 call. Well, Paula persuaded her daughter Samantha to contact us and tell us. Now when they told us, I was quite surprised, because this should have come out in the service inquiry, because obviously Paul Williams under oath was given an account 24 hours prior and 24 hours after Robert's death. So what did he tell the service inquiry? Surely they must have known, because that's what he done. So I then phoned the base commander to tell him this information and to say that Paul Williams needed to be questioned again by the SIB, RAF Police, anybody, but he had to be questioned again. Do you know what he says to me? I'm looking after Robert's bench, what more do you want me to do? That's what the base commander says to me, Richard Mason. I'm looking after Robert's bench, what more do you want me to do? Brick wall right enough. So that's only the start that concerns timings. It's unbelievable. The police says that the RAF firemen went in and wrecked the room and destroyed all the evidence, putting their boots on the window, breaking things, moving things. The RAF firefighters have denied us, saying that they never went into the room. So why did the police say that they did? They went into the room and destroyed all the evidence. Unbelievable. Anyway, so that's timings. And the MPGS guard, he said that Robert was found at 8:30. You wouldn't believe it, but his notebooks went missing. There you go. Sergeant Morgan get released early. Chris Wignall get released early. Paul Williams got posted. The MPGS guard, he came out in the second investigation. All saying 8:30. Robert was found at 8:30. Well, Paul Williams, I don't know what he says because he doesn't know his arse with his elbow. Anyway, so that's what I'm telling you today. Thanks everybody that's subscribing to the channel. It's going up slow but sure, it's going up. And all I can say is justice for Robert. We've got to get justice for him. Let him lie, eventually lie in peace. Thanks very much for watching.